Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. This is Emma and I create art. So you can see in the sketch today I'm doing a Deadpool video because I am seeing Deadpool this weekend and I am so excited. Deadpool 2 that is. And you see that I've actually been using that tiny pencil because I want to use it all, and I absolutely love my Prismacolor Col-erase pencils, so I couldn't just throw it out with that much left. It actually makes my artwork, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot flowier when I use the little tiny pencil because it's kind of like using charcoal. I don't know, it's a bit different and I like it. So I'm also using my Faber-Castell markers, and they are India ink, so they don't smudge around or bleed when I use watercolor, which I'm about to do in a moment. So I'm using the brush and the S, which I assume is for small tip marker, and I use the small one for all of the details of this painting. So I did use a picture for reference, which I will make sure I link down below. I literally just googled Deadpool 2 and just used the image that I liked the most, and I sort of did it a little bit more in my style rather than copying the picture directly, but I did want to actually make it look like Deadpool, so that's why I used a reference. So the sketchbook that I'm using for this particular picture is the same sketchbook I used for my Inktober for 2017, and it's Malini paper, which is acid-free, 150 GSM, and it is quite nice paper. Like, it's quite thick, it holds the watercolor or ink or whatever I put in it really well. Like, it doesn't bleed through or anything like that. It does warp a little bit, but most sketchbooks do. But I was wondering what type of sketchbook you use. If you use like a certain brand that you think is great and affordable. I know that a lot of the really good sketchbooks that have really quite thick paper can be quite pricey, and this one was quite cheap. I can't remember the price exactly, but for me to buy it, it usually has to be pretty decent price. So yeah, I'm really interested because I want to try out a couple of different types of sketchbooks. I know that Strathmore is one that I'm definitely looking forward to trying one day in the future when I'm rich. But if it's something that you use and you could recommend, I'd love to hear what you think. So once I finish all of the details with my liners, I then use my Sakura Koi watercolor set to start coloring, and I really did want to make this very simple, quick piece. I didn't spend a lot of time on it. It was just something that I found inspiration for because I'm so excited to see the movie. So I just used my watercolors and my watercolor brush, and yeah, I just went in with a really sort of light grey, or it's a dark grey, light black, and then used red. And I know that I could have added a lot more shading to this piece, but I also didn't want to overwork it. I wanted it to be really simple and not too overworked, and I also didn't want to I wanted to still have fun with it. That was the main objective of this piece, was just to have fun, and I definitely did. So yes, I'm just going in with the red now, and then you'll also see my camera cuts out when I do it, but I actually put a bit of blue wash in the background just to give it a little bit of depth and some interest to look at, and that worked really well. I don't know whether you've seen my witch piece that I did a little while ago with watercolor, but I also did that in the background of that, and I think that it just made the entire piece pop off the page a little bit more, so I really liked that and remembered, so I did it with this piece as well. And then I just go in with my jelly roller and put a white outline around. I don't know, with jelly rollers and white gel pens, they seem to, like, sometimes they work really well, other times they kind of, I don't know, don't show up very opaque on the page, or they just, I don't know, they have their moments. When they work well, they really do work well, and when they don't work, they just, yeah, are really disappointing. But towards the end, I wasn't pushing as hard, and I found that the pen was working a lot better, so maybe I'll try that in the future, not push as hard onto the page. But yes, this is the finished piece that I drew of Deadpool. It's stylized and quite simple, but I'm really happy with the way that it turned out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please make sure you leave me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do so. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Thanks guys, bye!